Hello everyone, my name is Randy Olson, and I'll be teaching you about the six capitals of innovation. So innovation is a product. It is something that's made, but it's also successful. It's what people would use in their daily lives. Now the six capitals are what would make the structure of innovation. I have here a chart which shows the six capitals. We have human, we have intellectual, we have finance, and we have physical, culture, and entrepreneurship. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe it's a bit backwards. No, that looks good. Anyways, a human capital consists of trust, health, skills, knowledge, and personality. Those would all be considered great traits or characteristics that would go under human capital. Human capital is basically something you're investing yourself with. I think investing in yourself is the best investment you can make. But next we have intellectual. Now, intellectual would be more like thinking, reasoning, inspiring. It would be more like the knowledge. It'd be more like education, going to college. That would be more like intellectual characteristic. So by educating yourself more, you're giving yourself a better advantage. You're giving yourself um, a better chance of innovation. But also here is financial. Now, financial covers things like money. It covers things like insurance, liability. Of course, you need that, that financial stability to build something, to innovate something. Um, but once you have human capital, and once you have intellectual capital, once you have physical or financial capital, that's what most people think all you need is. And yes, they're all needed, but there's additional stuff that's important to have to be innovative, to continue to grow, and to continue to build new and successful products. One of those would be physical. Now, physical would consist of natural resources, time, buildings, equipment, machines. So physical would be so much as the material you use to create your innovation, your product or so. If you have this, it really depends more on your what you're around, where you're at, kind of a thing. Um, for example, if you live next to a coal mine, then the coal would actually be a physical capital kind of a thing because you can gain lots of it, and you can sell it for a higher price or so. That would be more under the physical capital. One thing that's really important is the culture, um, which is this purple circle around the ring. Yeah, purple circle in the ring. And what culture is basically, it shows you here on the chart, it limits you to certain things. I know in certain countries you can do certain things. So the rules are different, government's different. So many things are different within, different organizations and politics and otherwise. So the culture can sometimes restrict you from other things. For example, um, there are a lot of laws in place as to what we can do here in the United States, but there are even more laws and more restrictions in places like Southeast Asia. I mean, those people are really pressured to do certain things. Some might say that their freedom is limited compared to us, like Americans. And so, with so much pressure and so many limitations and barriers set in place, they don't have access to the rest of the capitals. So, the culture allows them to reach all the other capitals. And once they have those capitals, they're able to innovate things, build things that are successful and that other people may use. Now, in order for someone to do this, of course, they need to have entrepreneurship, which is the person that goes out there and takes the risk. Now, the entrepreneur, in my opinion, is the most important because it's that person that goes out there and who's willing to put everything on the line to make society better as a whole. And so, these are the principles you need for innovation. You need entrepreneurship, culture, physical, financial, intellectual, and human capital. And all this will get you your innovation.